by a gent called Raymond Ackerman, 1967, one of South Africa's most famous storekeepers, you'd have to say, businessman. Now operates more than 775 stores under those hypermarket, supermarket, family store brands. Market cap of only 20.7 billion rand, though, has battled in recent years. Price to earnings ratio of 31.4, rather high. Dividend yield of 2.4%. Different share chart entirely. I mean, you couldn't really find anything more different than those ones we've been looking at here.
Yes.
Under pressure, but a new CEO. So what's the latest on these chaps?
So I'd say it would tell a more full story to look at this graph in conjunction with the previous graphs. The industry as a whole, the rest of the players have definitely benefited from Pick n Pay's troubles.
Yeah, they've gone market share at the expense of these guys.
Exactly. Pick n Pay has had quite a torrid time with certain elements, and the rest of the guys, you know, when you've got operators like Whitey Basson in the market and you drop the ball, he's not going to be shy to pick up the pace. So definitely you have to say that the guys grew at the expense of Pick n Pay. It wasn't entirely from their own strategies, but they did see the gap and they took it well. Coming back to Pick n Pay, it's basically a call on how if you think they're going to recover and how quickly that recovery is going to take. So that PE can become a lot smaller than the 30 plus levels if you think the earnings are going to normalize and jump quite significantly. For that, you have to take a view on the company, on the problems they've faced and how fixable those problems are.
Yeah. Well, on that, I mean, the new CEO, Richard Brasher, comes from the UK, so he knows a thing or two about competitive retail environment. They are late and have been late in terms of, you know, electronic payments of suppliers. Distribution centers was something they came to rather late. So they were playing catch up. But it still has significant market presence. I mean, in retail, there's always someone winning and someone losing. So the opportunity to buy the loser when they're about to make the reversal seems apt. But here's the thing. Do you not think that Brasher, the new CEO, is going to throw the kitchen sink at this thing? So we're going to see his first set of maiden results are going to be worse than you can imagine, because he then can still blame his predecessor's team, and from there things come right. Don't you think the market to some extent is buying the recovery before it's been delivered?
So I think that's a very relevant point. I'm sure that there will be quite a bit of kitchen sinking in these results. Just throw everything terrible in there and look towards the future. We've done this wrong, and the future we're going to do this right.
Is it a December year end we're looking at here, or is it September, March?
Pick n Pay, to be honest.
Yeah, it's time or there or thereabouts, because that's of course the normal cycle, either on those quarterly. But sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, so basically I think what the guys will do is they're going to focus on the future, turning all the issues around. And like you say, I think people have been pricing in quite a bit of a recovery before we've actually seen anything coming through.
Okay, but the sense definitely is that it's under new management, and probably these levels of around 40 bucks are kind of where it ought to be trading on evidence. So I don't know. I mean, even if they do kitchen sink it. So my sense is you wouldn't want to be short necessarily this one, but am I getting the sense from you that you're not necessarily hot on it right now, or where are you going to fall on this one?
Look, we personally think that the price is pricing in too much of a recovery dynamic, especially in the medium term. The guys may well recover, but I think it's you're looking at a good couple of years of hard slogging.
Yes.
So I think at these price levels, they don't necessarily tell that story. So I'd say a lower price would make us feel a lot more comfortable.
Yeah. So you're leaning towards not hot.
Not hot.
Okay. Good. Me too. Not hot.